In this tutorial, we are discussing about how to create methods, return values and use parameters. First of all, what is method in Java? A method is a block of code or collection of statements or set of code grouped together to perform a certain task or operation. It is used to achieve the reusability of code. Write a method once and use it many times. We do not require to write code and again. It also provides the easy modification and readability of code just by adding or removing a chunk of code. The method is executed only we call or invoke it. The most important method in Java is the main method. Method is the block of code or collection of statements, and it makes our program reusable, and reusability is one of the most important feature of object-oriented programming, and the main method is the driver of the program. Next is how to declare a method. The method declaration provides information about method attributes such as visibility, return type, name and arguments. It has 6 components that are known as method header, and its syntax is modifier, return type, name of method and parameter list, inside the method body and curly braces close. For example, public static, public is an access modifier, static is a modifier, int is a return type and method name int a, int b is a parameter list, and inside the method body and curly braces close. Here is the method declaration. First of all, we write the access specifier and then we write the return type, that is int, and we write the method name, that is sum, and then we write the parameter list inside in the bracket, that is int a, int b, and these all includes the method header, and inside the curly braces we write the method body. Method name and parameter list both make the method signature. Method signature. Every method has a method signature. It is a part of the method declaration. It includes the method name and parameter list. Access specifier or modifier is the access type of the method. It specifies the visibility and scope of the method. Java provides 4 types of access specifier. First is public. This method is accessible by all classes when we use public specifier in our application. Private. When we use a private access specifier, the method is accessible only in the class in which it is defined. Protected. When we use protected access specifier, the method is accessible with the same package or subclass in a different package. Default. When we do not use any access specifier in the method declaration, Java uses default access specifier by default. It is visible only from the same package only. Return type. Return type is a data type that the method returns. It may have a primitive data type, object, collection or voice. Void means the method does not have return anything. Method name. It is a unique name that is used to define the name of a class or a method. It must be corresponding to the functionality of the method. Suppose if we are creating a method for subtraction of two numbers, the method name must be subtraction. A method is invoked by its name. Parameter list. It is the list of parameters separated by a comma and enclosed in the pair of parentheses. It contains the data type and variable name. If the method has no parameter, left the parenthesis blank. Method body. It is the part of the method declaration. It contains all the actions to be performed inside the method. It is enclosed within the pair of curly braces. There are two types of methods in Java. First is predefined method. Second is user-defined method. Predefined methods are the methods that is already defined in the Java class libraries, and it is also known as standard library method or built-in method. Second one is user-defined method. The method written by the user or programmer is known as user-defined method. These methods are modified according to the requirement. Calling a method. The method needs to be called for using its functionality. There can be three situations when a method is called. A method returns to the code that invoked it when it completes all the statements in the method, it reaches a return statement, throws an exception. Let's see the code how to utilize the method in Java. Discuss about how to create method. First of all, we create a class, public class, and then method ex. Method ex is the class name, and inside the curly braces we create a method that is public, which is an access specifier, and then void, which is a return type, and display, which is a method name. And in bracket curly braces we write system.out.println, and I write no return type method. Here we use void, so it doesn't return any value. And again I create a method that is public int age, and inside the parameter I write int name, and then I print system.out.println return type method. So it contains the int return type, so it is a return type method. So we should apply the return keyword and use the whatever we want to return. So I return num here, and int num is a formal parameter. And then inside the main method, first of all we just create the object, that is method x m is equals to new method x, and with the help of m we just access the display m dot display, and we just access the m dot age, but it gives some return value, so we must take a variable to store that return value, or we just write it here like system.out.println or m.age. We can also take as int result is equals to m.age. Both give us the same value, and I write 15 here because m.age returns some value, so we must take a variable for storage of that value. So in both the way we can take the return value. Let's save it and just execute it. We are already in our current location where the file is stored, and I write Zavak method ex.java. Hence it compiles successfully. Then Java method ex. See, first of all it will print no return type method, as here it will print the display value, and then it will print the return type method, that is age, because we print here int result is equals to m.age, so it will print return dot time method, and we print m.age 10. And the question comes in your mind that it will not print 15 here, because we will not print the value result here. If I write system.println and inside the system.out.println if I write here result, then it will print the value of result, that is m.age 15. It just simply call the value, call the method age, but it will not print it. Now it will print it. First of all we just saved it. Let's execute it. Again it compiles successfully. See, it will print the value first, that is no return type method, that is display method, and then the return type method 15 and return type method 15. So in the both ways we can print the return type method, and if no parameters then we can just simply call it. So in this way we can create a method, or we can use the return statement, or we can use the parameterized or non-parameterized method in Java. Thank you.